right, let's make sure we're live everywhere. Fix my marketing, fix my marketing, fix my marketing. All right, we are live everywhere. Let's go have some fun. Son of a gun, we're going to have big fun on the bayou. All right, welcome. This is Seth Green from MarketDominationLLC.com. We are here. Hey, Paul. Hey, Eric. Long time no talk. I hope everything's going well with you. We are here. It is the May 13th, 2020 edition of Fix My Marketing. All right, so we're going to talk about some really cool stuff today. Hey, Stella. Hey, Kanishka. How are you? All right. So I want to talk about something that we got. A friend of mine who I haven't spoken to in a while actually sent me this, which is super awesome. We're actually going to do a contest and give it away because he sent me 2 of them. This is called the Smart Plan from Steve Reich, who's a certified guerrilla marketing expert, seasonal marketing and retention tactics. Now, I'll tell you a real quick story about this. So, hey, Carl. So I've told the story numerous times that when I was a freshman in college at Syracuse University, I couldn't stand my roommate. He had a poster on his wall called 365 Reasons to Drink. And it was literally a reason to drink every single day of the year. And at the time, I thought it was really dumb and immature. And later, many years later, when I became a marketer, I said, oh my God, that was brilliant. I got to go back and get that. And I went on eBay and I bought the poster because not to drink, but every single one of those reasons was a reason to touch your customer, prospect, or client. It was a reason to market. It was a reason to be clever and different and outside the box. And we built an entire done-for-you service via direct mail that does exactly that. Not every day, but it drips on your clients, customers, or prospects every 2 weeks with one of those reasons. And magically, I don't know how, but Steve sent me this, which is literally the course version of that. So let me share it with you. So let's go to May. So it's literally a calendar of every single day of the month and all of the quote unquote silly, stupid holidays you don't know about. Hey, Joanne. And then it breaks it down by day and talks about ideas you could use with it and plan for it. Like today is May 13th. So I'm gonna go to May 13th. May 13th, today is National Receptionist Day. Thank your receptionist if you have one. It is tomorrow, May 14th, is National Buttermilk Biscuit Day. My wonderful wife, Rebecca, if you're watching, how about some biscuits tomorrow? November 16th is Love a Tree Day. Oh, wait, November 15th is Pizza Party Day. John Fortini of Chicken Pizza Works tomorrow, 2 days from now, Friday is National Pizza Party Day. May 18th is I Love Reese's Day, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. So, I mean, you get the National Solitaire Day, May 22nd. Lucky Penny Day. So I knew National Hamburger Day is May 28th. The biggest burger ever made was created at the Black Bear Casino Resort in Minnesota. It weighs 2,014 pounds, had a 10-foot diameter. It took a crane to flip it in 7 hours just to bake the bun, a 10-foot bun. So this is a really cool binder course of every single thing. And it's once a quarter. It comes out every quarter and you subscribe to it and you get all these days and ways and ideas to mark Father's Day. Please accept this Father's Day card as a token of my poverty. That's awesome. So he said, here, Seth, have one. And I said, that's awesome. And I Facebooked him. I said, thank you so much for giving me this. We have a done for you service around this. Let's talk. And then he sent me another one and said, give one away to a friend. Hey, Stacy Runfola. So we're going to give one away. So stay tuned to my Facebook page at Market Domination LLC, facebook.com/Market Domination LLC, because we're going to give one away. It's a couple $100 product. We're going to give it away for free. Hey, Scott. Hey, Catherine. Oh my God, it's been like 20 years. How are you? Awesome. All right. So let's fix your marketing. I thought that was really cool. I wanted to share it. So I want to share it with you because it's an awesome idea. And I love that it's a course version of the service that we offer, even though we did not plan that. All right, so let's go dive in. Let's go take a look at some, I want to share one other thing with you. Hang on, one other thing before we dive in, you may recall, if you are old enough, that you, at one point in your life, have gotten something that looks like this in the mail. Hang on. This one is from the UK. It's called Nick. This is a knickers exchange. Send me a pair of new knickers to the person listed as number 1 below, and a copy of this letter to 6 of your friends. Only your name and mine should appear on the letter. Move my name from number 2 to number 1. List your name as number 2. Include your size, name, and address. This is just for fun. You'll receive 36 pairs of new knickers if everybody does this. Now, I got this in the mail when I was a kid and when I was a teenager, because I started getting on marketing and business owner lists. Hey, Amanda. And it was with money. It was send $1 to each person on this list. And like in 7 days, you'll get 36 bucks back in the mail. Now, that is legally called, even though it says it's not a chain letter, it's a chain letter. And technically at one point they were illegal. Now, I want to share with you something that my wife got literally like 2 days ago. This is the wine fairy who showed up at our door and dropped off bottles of wine and Oreos. And now apparently it's a wine chain letter, because you have to go pick people on the list and then you have to go drop off bottles of wine to their houses. You know, leave it on the porch because of Corona. They have a Facebook fan group just in our county with 11,278 members. And you like register, and then people pick you and show up with wine at your house. And then you have to pick other people. You have to pick 10 other people and show up with wine at their houses. So it's a wine chain letter. And I said, holy, that's brilliant. My wife is, of course, we now have like 5 bottles of wine so far, and cheese and crackers and Oreos. And of course she's going, oh my God, this is great. I got to pick people and drop wine off, which could get expensive if it's depending on the bottles of wine you're buying. I imagine some people will give more bottles of wine than others. One person gave us this really nice, we got this really nice basket of wine and cheese and crackers and all this stuff. And the kids are eating all the cheese and crackers and we're drinking all the wine. So I just wanted to share that because I saw the knickers chain letter. I got a number of money chain letters when I was a kid. Through the kids' school, they do book chain letters, like send a book to every person on this list, and then you'll get like 10, 20 new books for your kid to read. I've seen those for the kids. I haven't seen a money one in a while, probably because they're illegal. But this was the first time I saw a big basket of wine. I said, honey, where did we get that? Did you order that on Wine Country Gift Basket? She said, no, so-and-so dropped it off. I'm like, why are they giving us wine? And it says, they're the wine fairy. I'm like, what's the wine fairy? And she told me, I was like, oh my God, it's a chain letter for wine. That is awesome. Hey, Courtney. So I had to share that with you. I know that's not online marketing and nobody's making any money off of it, but I think that's awesome. There's got to be a way to monetize that. Subscribe to a membership club, something like that. But I thought that was awesome and I wanted to share it with you. All right, so let's go dive into some online ads. So I'm going to show you a campaign that flopped, because you can learn from campaigns that flop, right? We don't get it right every single time. I'm going to pull up a campaign that didn't work. Let me hang on one second. It's loading. And give me 2 seconds. Pages. There we go. Getting there. Give me 2 seconds. Stay with me. Hey, Dean. Hey, Paul. It's sponsored by Rehab Facilities. That would be awesome. If the one. That's awesome, Paul. If it really was, that would be awesome. All right. Okay. So here's the campaign that flopped. So this is a Facebook Messenger bot. What that means is it's an automated Facebook message autoresponder. It is triggered by you typing in a comment and then replying, and then it asks you questions. So this is for Adrienne Rothstein-Graves, women's wealth advocate. She is a divorce financial planner. And hey, Alex, in this particular example, it was the whole concept of the campaign was enter and you could win an autographed copy of my book, Going From We to Me, A Financial Guide to Divorce. And we ran this because there's no way to target people thinking about getting divorced who haven't been divorced yet. And she wants the women before they get divorced. So there's no way to target that on Facebook. So we read it to married women and hoped that some of the people who were not happy and were thinking about getting divorced would respond. Luckily, we didn't spend too much money because all of the comments are, I'm happily married. I love being with my husband trapped every day because of Corona. We've become even closer. I know I love my husband. No, I love my husband. So it's not working. We're not getting the right people. Now, thankfully, we spent $61, which I will now pause. We got, the interesting thing is we got a good click-through rate. We got a 6% click-through rate on the ad, but again, we're getting happily married women, which do not help Adrienne at all. So what we're going to do next is we're going to change the campaign. I paused it. I got to go unpin it. The next campaign, we're going to give away a financial clarity session for women in transition, whether it's being divorced or widowed. So we won't say, hey, being stuck at home makes you want to divorce your husband. Maybe we'll just say, we're going to change the languaging and change the offer and give away a free consultation with her. That is getting married on the first date as opposed to the book, which would warm them up. But again, we're going to try again. So that one did not work. We did not attract our target market. Let's see here. All right. This is Boom Masterclass, the Broadway online masterclass, where you can take classes from Broadway stars. Yes, Alex says good for marriage, not good for her business. Correct. We're happy that they're happy, but that doesn't make her any money because she works with people who are not happy. So this is Broadway online masterclass. Hang on, I'll show you their site where you can take a class via Zoom from a Broadway star. So for example, that is Laura Bell Bundy right there, who was the original Elle in Legally Blonde, the musical on Broadway. Austin Scott, who was Alexander Hamilton in the Broadway national tour of Hamilton. So, I mean, there's all Natalie Weiss, she got like 25 million YouTube views. So these are amazing Broadway stars who are doing classes via Zoom. So, Boom, previously to working with us, was doing lead formats where you enter your name and email before you get to the landing page, which is a great way to capture information before you get there so you build a list. Now, the issue is they were only asking for name and email. Hey, Jen. Hey, Daniel. So what we did is we said those weren't qualified leads. They had 78 leads and not a single person bought the subscription of like $10 a month. So that's a problem. So what we did was we created a first set where we asked name, email, cell phone. Who's your favorite Broadway star? Are you someone working on your craft? Are you a performer? Are you a teacher looking for more content? Are you a parent of a child who is a musical theater actor person? And we so far got 23 leads at £6.88. So it cost us more per lead, but they're more qualified. So then what we did was the original audience was, I'll show you what the original audience was. Hey, Lou, long time no talk. So the original audience was all of these groups. We explore acting and modeling, theater, off-Broadway, child actor, voice acting, performance art, musical theater, and a bunch of musicals. But that doesn't tell us which of those dozens of interests actually works. So what we did was we created new campaigns, and you'll notice the cost per lead went from $6.88 to $5.78 down to $3.50 as we test different audiences. So if we look at this, we tested male, female versus and every single interest. So if we pull it up, we can see we actually got the cost down to $2.60 from women who are into Broadway theater. And we had all these campaigns that haven't gotten any leads yet. And then I said, let's do another audience and let's split out all of the musicals. So not every musical, but you'll see Wicked, Idina Menzel, Matilda, Hairspray, Lion King, Rent, Phantom of the Opera, Legally Blonde, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you can see we got 8 women Wicked fans for $2.94. So the whole point of this is by running a whole bunch of different split tests, by creating 52 different ad sets, we find out which audience responds better. And then ultimately, once we've got enough data, we're going to start pausing all the audiences that aren't converting and putting more money into the ones that are, thus lowering our ultimate cost per lead. Now they had, when I said you got a split test and you got to run, and we got 5, 6, 7% click-through rates, which are awesome. Our cost per click is cheap. When I said you got to do 52 different ad, we've done a total of 86 different ad sets. They said, we don't have time. They don't have time to build or the expertise to go build 86 different ad sets. They said, that's why you need a company like Market Domination. Hey, Tom. Hey, Sam. Hey, Sam Bell. Long time no talk. That's why you need a company that does this all day, every day, to build 86 different ad sets to find out which one works. This is another one that just started. So they are selling a house. So we built a funnel for a house. So this is a $1.25 million home. It is on the beach at Cape Cod. And this is a rent to own home. What that means is the problem is it's 1.25 million. And right now banks aren't doing jumbo loans. Hey, Sean. So what that means is if you're trying to buy a house over $500,000, like $500,000, if the house is $1 million, the mortgage they'll give you is $500,000. You have to have the other $500,000 in cash, or you can't buy it because of the way the situation is right now. Like Chase and a number of other banks aren't doing jumbo loans. So it's different in every city, how much the threshold is, but you literally can't get a $1.2 million mortgage right now. So they can't sell it via traditional, hey, give a, mortgage. So they're offering to do rent to own, which means you make payments every month. They are the bank. The owner of this house, Pre-Property Solutions, is the bank. And what that means is you make payments to them, you sign a contract to buy the house with no mortgage, you make payments to them for like a year or two, those get applied to the purchase price of the home. And then at the end, if things have changed and you can now get a mortgage, you already locked in the price at which you bought the house. If you still can't get a mortgage, if they're still not available, you can re-rent to own it. So you're in essence making principal payments to them. So it's creative finance. I'm gonna show you the video. It's a gorgeous house. Like if we lived in Cape Cod and I wanted a $1.2 million house, I would go get it. Because my wife would, I'm gonna show it. My wife would love to live on a beach. I mean, look at that. I mean, literally we'd have to put up a fence so the kids don't, fall down a cliff. But I mean, look at the height and the video is really well, the 3D tour is really well done. I'm sure my wife would redecorate, but that isn't, it's a gorgeous house. I mean, how would you like that as your backyard view? Like the ocean is literally right there. I hope they leave the grill. And my wife would say there's not a pool and we need a yard big enough for a pool and a full-size soccer net. But Alex says Cape Cod is one of her favorite places ever. But all right, so I'll stop. You get the idea. It's a gorgeous house. So, we would live in that bathroom. Okay, so the issue is we're selling a house on Facebook, which puts you, we found out in the last 2 weeks, in the housing category, which has all kinds of restrictions to prevent us from discriminating in terms of who we advertise the house to. I want to discriminate. I want to make sure they have enough money to buy the house, to pay the mortgage. I want to advertise to people based on income. Hey, Anas, we're talking real estate right now. So we built a funnel for the house. We had to figure out the rules and restrictions on advertising a house on Facebook. But we have 9 leads of people who applied. It's a rent to own program. We're also giving them a free vacation when they move in. Once people can travel again, they have 18 months to take the trip, but we're buying them a hotel room in Vegas or Orlando. But as you'll see, we've got 10, almost 11% click-through rate, which is 11 times better than normal. We've got 9 people who've applied for the house already, and it's cost us $2 a pop. So our guys at Pre-Pop are on the phone calling them all, finding someone who's going to buy the house, who's going to buy the house rent to own. So, hey, Fawad. So they are super excited about that. And yes, you can sell the house with Facebook ads. It's a 2-step funnel. They fill out the form, they go to the thank you page, they call the Pre-Prop. Pre-Prop is also going to call them, and poof, you sell the house. So super excited about that. Creative ways to use Facebook ads. Let's see here. That was, I think that's what I had today. That was what I had to talk about. What, if you have questions, type them in the live comments on Facebook or the Zoom Messenger chat if you're here with us on Zoom, and I will answer. Okay, Paul, first question. Awesome. How did you target them? How did we target the leads? Again, it's a special category for housing, has different rules. We targeted by geographic distance. We targeted by age. We targeted by interest because Facebook, is stupid. No offense, Zuckerberg, but you're driving me crazy here. And Facebook, and they wouldn't let us target by income, which would have been really helpful. So some of these leads are going to be unqualified. They're not going to be able to make the mortgage payment, the rent to own payment, but you know, all we've got to do is find one, because they obviously they own the house. So 1.2 million they're going to generate. They're not realtors. They do rent to own, and they literally own the home. They bought it from the previous tenant, so they will make quite a bit of profit on that house if they sell it. People in the neighborhood or income. For housing, you can't target income, which is dumb, but you should be able to. But we targeted geographic radius, and we targeted interests of people who were interested in high-end things that would hopefully give us a clue that some of them might be just, hey, I wish I could have that, but we're hoping some of them can actually afford some of the things they like Porsche or something, which might lead us to believe that they might have the income to qualify to pay for the house. Hey, Aaron, great questions, Paul. Other questions? So those are our, that's what I wanted to share with you today. Latest cool stuff in the wonderful world of marketing. If you want help fixing your online or offline marketing, go to marketdominationllc.com, watch the sizzle reel, fill out the form with your information, and it'll be taken to my calendar to grab a time to talk to us. You are welcome, Paul. Happy to explain. Thank you all for attending, and we will see you next Wednesday, same time, same place.